Hi friends, let's read the book today, I Do Not Like Yolanda, written and illustrated by Zoey Abbott. Give me a like and follow so you don't miss the next story. Pause to read what it's about. I love writing letters. I love stamps. And I do not like Yolanda. Stamps are beautiful and I collect them, actually. I snip them off the letters I get. My grandpa gave me a box of his old stamps, too. They are cream colored with beautiful dark ink and portraits of queens, villains, and exotic birds. Here's who I write letters to: my pen pal in Sri Lanka, my grandma in Washington, D.C., my other grandma who travels on a boat around the world, my uncle Kenta, and my friend who moved to Uganda. Here's who I do not write letters to: Yolanda. Writing letters is hard work. You've got to think ahead and spell things correctly so that someone else can read them. You've got to have interesting things to say. Otherwise, you might just bore their pants off. The post office is no big deal. What I'm afraid of is getting in Yolanda's line. That lady gives me nightmares. I don't think Yolanda likes kids very much, or adults for that matter. One time, I spent an hour on my envelope drawings. My letter was a little bit heavy, so Yolanda weighed it. And this happened. Another time, her scaly talons reached out for my coins, and I flinched. Seriously, who wouldn't? Well, that day, I didn't even get to send my letter because I came up 5 cents short. Next! I always cross everything for good luck. I think she'd like to eat me one day. She probably has eaten up dozens of people by now. But today, I'm too excited to be afraid because I've written 5 letters and 3 of them have drawings too. On the inside, of course. I'll need 3 domestic and 2 international stamps because my one grandma just docked in New Zealand. Today, I'm not going to be afraid of Yolanda, and if she tries to eat me up, I'll eat her right back. So I gather all my lucky charms. I do all my luckiest things. And I cross my everythings. I will not let Yolanda ruin my 5-letter day. I get to the post office and there's only one window open, and it's guess who? I think to myself, I'm not going to run, even though I want to. I clutch my letters tight. And I start walking toward Yolanda. All of a sudden, I'm in front of her. She looks pretty hungry, but I lift my chin and say in my most assured voice, I'll take 3 domestics and 2 internationals, please, and how was your weekend? Yolanda's mouth starts to open, and it occurs to me that I've never technically seen her teeth before, but I'm about to. And I think, great, this is what I get for having a 5-letter day. Yolanda's eyes narrow and she leans forward, coming in for the kill. I close my eyes and think, this is it. Well, I just served one of the most delightful meals anyone has ever prepared. I open one eye and see that her teeth are not as pointy as I expected. She doesn't have her talons out. and she's smiling at me. So I lean in and say, "That sounds cool. Tell me more." She explains it, and it does sound delightful. She prepared a 7-course meal described in her favorite book, Babette's Feast. She tells me about turtle soup, buckwheat pancakes with caviar, sour cream, and rum sponge cake with figs, candied cherries, cheeses, and fruits. I'm starting to feel hungry. Then all of a sudden, I have my 5 letters and 5 stamps in one hand and my change in the other. And I'm wondering, what is caviar? And what does Yolanda's kitchen look like? But since I wrote a lot of letters, I know I'll be back at the post office in a couple of days. I'll try to get in Yolanda's line so I can ask her. And that's the end, friends. Give me a like and follow so you don't miss the next story. Do you write letters to pen pals? Or relatives or friends? Or do you just send email? Until next time, friends, take care.